Sawubona mbukeli, sikwamukele ohlelweni oluthanda kakhulu Yilungelo Lakho. It's your right khona la kumamba phambili iSABC 1. Mbukeli, uyazi inyanga kaNovember yaziwa ngokuthi yi-National Responsible Gambling Awareness Month. Kuleli viki ke sexwayisa wena ngendlela ephephile ukuthi ugembule ukuze phela ungayitholi usulahlekelwe yikho konke onakho, ngoba uthi wena uzamani uzama amamiliyoni. Ngo-Alisha Intokazi yakajali ngiyanibingelela ngithi mbukeli asihlale phezu kwendaba yethu namhlanje. Namhlanje mbukeli sikhuluma ukuthi whether it's horse racing, sports betting, ukudlala ilotho, ukuya ekhasini yogembula nakho khona ukudlala phela umshayina namajita. Consumers always hope to strike it lucky one day and of course bahambe nawo la uma-millions. Kodwa ke wenza njani uma sekuthiwa uwinile? Kodwa ke laba sekumele bakukhokhele abasafuni ukukhokhela leyo mali yakho. Ake siza ukuthi enye consumer yethu inendaba ethini.
Kuthiwa thathe machansi, thathe mamiliyoni. One day is one day. Leli ke lithemba lalabanyenti lekuthi ngalelinye lilanga inhlanhla itawuze iwele ngakubo nabo. Ngenzebe yemhlaba yekhilikithi ngeminyaka wanga 2015 Babe George Foku waseBloemfontein eFree State wathatha lithuba naye ngekubhejela lemidlalo. Wathenga amathikiti lango-36 lambida 1,600 wemarandi. Emva kwemidlalo wacishe washayeka phansi makathi ubuka lamathikiti akhe. Ngekuphathima kweliso impilo yakhe yashintsha. 8 walamathikiti bekamwinele ngetulu kwa 2.2 million wemarandi.
I went in their counter to collect. When I arrived there, I give the winning ticket. The lady said to me, no, the system shows me a refund.
Usho kanjani ke umshini kuthi akabuyiselwe imali lekadlale ngayo esikhundleni semali lekayiwinile.
Then the manager come to me and say, hey, Jojo, we have received instruction from the head office not to pay those tickets.
Babe Foku wase uyobikela iFree State Gambling and Liquor Authority ngalesehlakalo. Lona ke ngumtimba lo wengamele imidlalo yekubheja.
Every week I went to check, find out what's going on with the case. Nothing's happened. For 6 months later, I said no, but no answer. I went to meet a lawyer.
Ummeli wakhe wedama kuphocelela sitolo lebekathenge kuso emathikiti kuthi simbhadale. Kepha kwaba dinhlanga demuka nemoya. Ngako ke loldzaba lwagcina selisenkantolo. Babe Foku uthi kwadzingeka ukuthi abhadale ummeli wakhe 36,000 wemarandi. Le mali ke bekayibolekile.
When we arrived there, they bring the letter from the gambling board.
Which said what?
Who said my complaint was dismissed and the bet was invalid and they must refund me the stake back. Then my lawyer come back to me and ask me, did you have any letter? I said, no. The gambling board never come back to me up to date. The validity of the...
Babefokhu uthi wagcina ngekufaka sikhalo ku gambling board. Kwamangalisa ke ukuthi lencwadi iqhamuka kuphi. Kanti ke nemmeli wakhe wahocisa ngoba phela bekangasakhoni kumbhadala. Uthi wase usitwa ngumsamaria lolungile emphakathini lobeka sola ukuthi bamfihlele indvuku emcubeni kuthi lesikhalo sakhe sivakale ku gambling board.
I start with the letter. I say, Chairperson, I lodged my complaint here. It's 3 years ago. No one never come back to me. There's no correspondence, but I got this letter saying my complaint was dismissed. But I'm here today for the same complaint. Then the chairperson said, where is the letter? Then I'll give him the letter. He read the letter. He said, no, this is strange. This is my first time hearing this complaint.
Kwanyalo ke mbukeli, loldzaba lusenkantolo. Ngaleso sizathu, i-National Gambling Board ithite angeke ikwati kukhuluma ngalo loldzaba elihlelweni lanamuhla. Lesitolo ke lapho Babefokhu athenga khona lamathikiti sithite liphutha leladalwa yimishini ngilo lelibangele lempicabadzala. Lesitolo ke siphinze sathi sikhona nalesinye isikhalo lesifana nalesi lesacithwa iGauteng Gambling Board esikhatsini lesengcile. Njengoba ke sekuphele iminyaka lemithathu ingakasombululeki lenkinga kusinza kuyehlela kuBabefokhu.
I'm having a business, furniture business, that collapsed. I lose everything. Everything I was having, I lose everything. At the moment that I'm speaking, I don't have nothing because of this case.
Minyendike imbuto mbukeli levuswa ngiloldzaba. Ngabe emandla e-gambling board ekucatululeni tinkinga letifana naleti anganani? Mangakhi emaphupho ebantfu lashabalele? Kanti futhi athine malungelo bathengi etimeni letinje? Zinhle Dlamini Mugabe, Yilungelo Lakho.
Sibonge kuMadli uZinhle Mugabe ngalo mbiko asiphuculele wona. Manje mbukeli ukhuluma kabanzi phela ngodaba la namhlanje masamukele ivakashi zethu. Sina intokazi uTinswalo Nkuna ovela kwi-National Lottery Commission. Sinayo nensizwa la ubaba uSydney Ramasodi yena ke uvela ngqo kwa-National Gambling Board. So I'm sure yena uzobe sichazisela uhlelo lonke ukuthi yini kahle kahle lesikade ukuyibona. Ukhona futhi nommeli la eceleni kwami uBud Caleb Asiyedu yena ke uphuma kwi-Motoring Bill Attorneys Incorporated. Asikhumbule ke mbukela ukuthi indaba kaBaba uJojo lo esikade ukumbona uFoku isesenkantolo, ngakho ke ngeke sikwazi ukuthi sigxile kuyona namhlanje in terms of details because kunalento ekuthiwa sub judice or sub judice, whichever side of umhlaba ovela ngakhona kuthiwa akukhulunywa ngeindaba umantshi engakayenzi iruling kuyona. UNonhlanhla uJali uyanibingelela. All right, let's first get to know our guests. A very good afternoon, lady and gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with the lady, Miss Nkuna. Awusichazele kabanzi wena uvela lapha e-National Lottery Commission. Awusichazele kabanzi ukuthi umsebenzi wenu lapha nenzani?
All right. Ku-National Lotteries Commission siphathene ne-National Lottery. I-National Lottery umdlalo angazi ababukeli bayawazi. Ithuba yikhampani erana i-National Lottery. So thina sibathi i-regulator. Esi-checker i-compliance ukuthi i-National Lottery imidlalo yonke idlala ngokwemthetho. And nokuthi kunalama games futhi we-lotteries lawa illegal ofana nomshayina ofana namayila advertiser ku-internet yokuthi ungadlala ilotho yase-USA bese uwine. Yona ke ayivulelwanga kubantu basemzansi. Ayikho emthethweni. So kunale ukuthi senza kabanzi ukuthi sitshela ababukeli nabantu abadlalayo ukuthi mawudlala ilotho kumele ube 18 years or older and kumele umake sure ukuthi le lotho oyidlalayo yiyo esemthethweni. So eMzansi iNational Lottery leya kwaYithuba niyawazi imidlalo yakhona yeLotto nePowerball.
Le numbers usi sabahlale bebele ngolesithathu lesihlanu nomgqibelo.
Yeah. Uwoke lo mdlalo osemthethweni.
Okay.
So siyazi ukuthi vele emphakathini umshayina uwodumile abantu bayodlala kodwa lo awukho emthethweni.
Okay, emthethweni. Yo, we're going to find out more about these merits because ngifuna ukunderstand that later on ukuthi I difference between lezi esemthethweni nalezi engekho emthethweni. How do then the people know ukuthi badlala yipi esemthethweni? Ntata Ramasodi engathi wena sizodila nawe sogxila kuwena kakhulu namhlanje bese ngixwayisile insizwa wena uvela lapha kwi-national kwilokhuzana kwi-national lottery not the lottery board but the National Gambling Board okusho ukuthi kahle kahle inina kahle kahle enizise namhlanje e-studio osichazele baba nenzani umsebenzi wenu yini kahle kahle inini regulator noma cha?
Okay, the National Gambling Board is the national regulator. We have an oversight role over the 9 provincial licensing authorities. That is, you have a gambling board in each province which give out licenses to gambling activities. And we also look at the compliance by the provincial gambling authorities, licensing authorities, in terms of their own legislation, because they are governed by their own legislation, provincial legislation.
Oh, I see. So it's individuals njengobusho nje uthi amalotho hlampa nemithetho ehlukene kuno Powerball.
That is correct.
Okay, but Caleb, welcome to the show. I mean, you're an attorney. You saw our case studies issue here. As much as we can't go into detail about that case, I just want to quickly hear your comments. I mean, would you have gone to defend a client who had an issue like that?
Well, yes. Initially, actually, I think I would.
Does he have a case, a strong case? And how does he even begin to prove the merits of this case?
Well, so I can't really say whether or not he has a case because, of course, it's sub judice. I mean, the courts are currently deciding on that. And look, essentially, in terms of the law, right, gambling debts are enforceable. So he would be, or he is entitled, actually, to go and enforce these gambling debts at court. So he does have that right. Whether or not he should, well, it's his prerogative, and he very much should as well. Yeah.
Baba Ramasodi, maybe let's backtrack a little bit.
Yes.
Njengoba sechazile futhi ubaba uKeleb ukuthi nawe bengichazele le ndaba sikakakhona ukuthi simfamfathe kakhulu. Kwenzakaleni lapha baba yini ongasitshela yona ngale case study nangubaba uthi wathenga amathikithi awu8 awina to a sum of up to 2.2 million rand imali eshisiwe leyo. Uthe mesethi uyahamba la uyobanikeza la ithenge khona lamakhadi ebheje khona bamtshela ukuthi cha isystem ithi cha sibuyisele le mali othenge ngayo ithikithi not ukuthi sikhokhele le mali osuyiwinile and bona ba blame system error osichazele baba.
The normal process that's followed by each provincial licensing authority is that if a ticket has not been paid, obviously a complaint will be lodged with the provincial licensing authority. They would then dispatch their own investigators or normally inspectors to the establishment that is licensed to put their side of the story, to say, this is the complaint we received, then what is your version of the story? And then they will come back and look at, because every license obviously has got conditions as well, see if the establishment has done things, was compliant in terms of the conditions, and have they followed the due processes in terms of, betting and the processes and...
Who will be service provider as well.
Now, once the provincial licensing authority is happy and satisfied, obviously they will get the response in writing and compare. And if they are in agreement with the provincial licensing authority, they will communicate to the complainant. But
then, Mr. Ramasodi, you know what? We're going to take a quick ad break, Ogwamanje, but this is my issue. Uguti lapaya, even on the insert, Uguti, there's now 2 issues centered around Lendaba. One, Uti Ubabu Jojo, it was dismissed. And then the other one, so it's 2 conflicting reports done by the same corporation, which is National Gambling Board. But we're going to discuss that shortly after this break. Uma ngabe wena wawina emidlalweni owawudlalele khona wabheja singathanda ukuthi size ukuthi wena wayithola yini imali yakho bakukhokhela lapho mhlambe bekuyilotho mhlambe bekuyinto nje kade uyidlalelona njengoba kade sichazela lapha kwi case study yethu okwamanje ke sithi shelele ngaseyitolo. We'll be back shortly after that. siyabukela ubheke ilungelo lakho khona la kumamba phambili SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Namhlanje sikhuluma ukuthi wena ufuna ukuthatha ama millions phela kumele ukwenze kanjani lokho ngendlela ephephile. Ungayitholi nawe usufana ne case study yethu othe esewinile wagcina engasakhona phela ukuthi ayoclaima imali yakhe which was amounting to 2.2 million rand ebekumele ayoyithola. Ngihleli lana ke nama guest wami uMr Nswalo Nkuna ovela ke kwi National Lottery Commission, nginayo Mr Sidney Ramasodi ovela kwi National Gambling Board no Mr Caleb Asiyedu ovela kwi Motsweneng Bill Attorneys Incorporated. So a very quick one, Mr Ramasodi, before we went to the ad break, I was actually still confused because ubabu Jojo usichazela ukuthi in one report from Nina namtshela ukuthi no, the matter was dismissed. And uthi uyamangala ukuthi kanjani because he was never even informed of that final decision ukuthi the matter was dismissed. He wasn't even consulted. And then the other one, when he went for the second time with the assistance of the community leader to try and get audience nani bamtshela ukuthi no, there's no record of this matter baba. Kwenzakala kanjani lokho?
Yes, maybe I should bring clarity on how these matters came to the National Gambling Board. We received an email from Baba Jojo. Yeah. However, he was trying to represent a group between 6 and 8, where he was indicating that it followed the same pattern. They betted on the same day for the same games. However,
as a group.
As a group.
Okay.
No, but individually so.
Okay.
But now the results came out to be very similar.
Okay.
Now, subsequent to that, I advised to say, look, when the Free State Gambling Board investigates, they will investigate individually because they will not treat it as a group complaint because each and every case has got its own merits.
Oh, I
it
see.
will be looked at individually.
Okay.
So then I advised that, look, each and every one of you has to bring a separate complaint. But in any event, I'm still going to refer it back to the Free State Gambling Board because we did not license the establishment. By the way, remember, the National Gambling Board does not license.
Okay.
Only provincial licensing authorities license. Okay. So even if there's a complaint about an establishment, the National Gambling Board can only, put the parties together.
Okay, so you can't intervene because
exactly, we did not license.
Okay.
So the PLAs, or what you call PLAs, which are provincial licensing authorities, are the ones that issue out licenses.
Okay, all right, sesiyaluzwa kancane ke lolu daba. Sisinoma eMpumalanga ithi intokazi ngikuthathe nje very quickly before siyakude ne discussion yethu because ngiyacabanga ukuthi mengakuthathi manje soze usilahlekele la olayinini. Siyakwamukela ntokazi all the way from eMpumalanga. Umbuzo noma umbono?
Okay, njani mama?
Siyaphila sisi unjani?
Okay, khona nesisinoma from Bethel.
Yebo sisi. Bakwenzeni sisinoma?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thina sike sadlala lana is like a gambling this thing. Is a city financially they corner ilonjiwe la Bethel for 2 months ne. Sidlalile abantu badlala last Thursday they send the SMS ukuthi izocollecta imali. Last year, the office are closed. We go back to MLO. Last year, MLO office are closed.
How? But since it's...
there's no one.
Okay.
They are still is a 15 days waiting.
Okay.
If I 4,000, it's only 8,000. Is a 100% profit.
Okay. But in Lomdlalo khuluma ngawo sisinoma.
But it is an investment.
Investment
from overseas. Yeah,
okay.
It's a city financial trader. Okay. The office na ML. But now they are closed. Abantu bayakhala, they take the loan from the bank. I have to see bangasizakala kanjani ukuthi bathole imali.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu Ntokazi, even though indaba yakhe is not very clear. Caleb, but I think this is for an attorney. She says they invested some money as a group of individuals, but when they go to actually claim these monies, they are being sent from pillar to post.
Yeah. I think to answer that...
It's not necessarily today's topic, but we're just giving advice.
It definitely wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I think the appropriate body for her to visit would be the Financial Services Ombudsman. So the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Ombudsman, called FAIS. So I think they're the ones that deal with investments, and I think it is advisable that she perhaps lodges a complaint with FAIS.
Okay.
to perhaps investigate that complaint and then take it further from there.
All right, sisinoma uyezwa ke ntokazi ukuthi kuthiwa uthinte inhlanganiso ekuthiwa iphase ushila ubhuti Caleb lana because asikhulumi kahle kahle ngaleyo namhlanje sixoxa kahle kahle ngaloko okugembula imali namalotho kanjalo, which brings me to this question then, ntokazi Mankuna, how do people then differentiate between the legal and the illegal types of gambling or amalotteries?
I-National Lottery nizobona ukuthi i-advertise no ku-TV, i-US emthethweni, but abantu mabangekho sure ukuthi whether umdlalo welotho uwe-legal noma it's illegal, ungcono ba-contact i-National Lotteries Commission.
Okay.
Sinama offices throughout all the provinces, and then i-head office yethu iseTshwane, la singakhona ukubatshela whether lo mdlalo ukhona emthethweni.
Okay.
And uma badlala nakhona kumele ba make sure ukuthi as uMr Ramasodi akhulumile ngokuthi kunalama leyitolo laba gambler khona uzothola ukuthi ezinye azikho license.
Yebo.
So abantu kumele bayazisise noma ungabuza esitolo ngathiwa batshela ukuthi yebo si license kodwa akuso kanjalo.
Njengoba sebekhuluma nge-system error
If I may come in there.
Yeah.
For every establishment that is licensed, it is required that they must display their license.
Yeah.
So if a person gets into any establishment, they must be able to see the license.
Before ufaka lezo numbers u6 Phumlani all the way ngasekhaya KwaZulu Natal, uthini wena umbuzo noma umbono ushesheke ngoba sesiye ekhefini sokuphendula mesibuya khona.
Hello.
Kunjani Phumlani?
Ngiyaphila njani sis?
Ngiyaphila nsizwa, uthini wena?
Ngithi nami ngike ngaba kule situation whereby ngidlale ngiwine on a biggest gambling system where mase kufanele ngithole imali yami ngoba ngangidlala ngefone by credit efonini, and after a few minutes and it vanished. When I go and complain about it, but no, it was a matchmaker mistake, and it was a big money, more than 50,000 rand.
Hayibo, webut Phumlani usixoxele webut iyiphi le ndawo le ndawo othenge kuyona lamalokhuzana lamakhadi akho okugembula iregister license?
Ngivulekile uyimention?
Cha, ungayimention ibhodi kodwa mhlawumbe ungasichazela ukuthi mhlawumbe wasibona nale certificate mhlawumbe ade show baba Ramasodi ukuthi sikhona lapha yana.
It's the most popular one. It's always online na go TV.
Oh.
So it's online. It's the biggest one. But here in Croatia, I was pointed from one office to another until ngaza ngaphello petrol kham.
Okay. So at this stage awukakatholi i-refund for wonke lamathikithi othi wawinile balobe kunikeza ama excuse.
Bangicredita njengemali engangidlale ngayo kuphela, but it was a matchmaker's error. So it was a system error. So bamane bangibuyisela imali engidlale ngayo kuphela.
Okay, but Phumlani hlala nje lapho kumabona kude wakho nsizwa. We're going to address your question shortly after this break. Mbukeli khumbula ukuthi phela imidlalo yokubheja yenganyelwe ngumthetho. That means ukuthi all these establishments nama service providers njengoba besho ivakashi zami kumele zibe registered and licensed, otherwise bona abakhona ukuthi bangene ba intervene lapho. We're coming back shortly after this with more of Yilungelo Lakho. Mbukeli, welcome back. Yazi singathanda ukuzwa ukuthi i-experience yakho wena yabanjani emva kokuthi phela mhlambe wena wadlala ilotho, wadlala something, wagembula, wathola ukuthi usuwinile, khwecici mhlambe uyitholile imali yakho noma uyitholanga. We want to find out ukuthi kwenzakalani. I'm going to quickly take uJabulani from eSekunda and then sizophendula umbuzo kaBhuti Phumlani from eKZN. Bhuti Jabulani, siyakwamukela nsizwa ohlelweni, umbuzo noma umbono?
Yebo sesinjani?
Siyaphila nsizwa, unjani?
Ngiyaphila.
Bakwenzeni wena? Bakurobhile?
Ngizwe usisi laphana usisi lo wakaNkuna uma akhuluma ngendaba yokuthi ezinye indawo aziregister ngabe sengibuza ukuthi indawo ezifana nabo Hollywood nabo Beta zidlala isport enezinena amalotho lapho the same numbers zona lezi ziphuma ku National Lottery kufanele udlale zona, udlala only 2 or 3, udlala lezi uthanda zona khona lapho. Ayikho emthethweni icompany efana nalezo na.
Okay, awubambe kanjalo nsizwa ku-address usisi uthini sisi nangulalela ubhuti?
Yes, ile bazibiza ama 1 numbers or 2 numbers. Lezo akusi National Lottery. Cause makwenzekala bathatha ama numbers lawo abakhiphayo kulotho bese abantu babheje kuwo ukuthi it's ile gambling le. So na le gambling mele ba make sure ukuthi i-co-registered ne either Gauteng Gambling Board or
How do you check, sis?
mele ba as Mr. Ramasodi ashilo ukuthi mele babonise license yokuthi ba license ukwenza yona leyo mdlalo. Yebo.
All right, okay, but Jabulani siyabonga kakhulu Nsizwa. I hope ukuthi utholile usizo lakho. Let's go back to uBut Phumlani KwaZulu Natal. Caleb, what can you say about this? I mean, Phumlani seems to he says that they constantly go and bet, and they do see that they're supposed to be remunerated or given some money or some winnings, but whenever they go there, they get told different reasons as to why they can't get their money.
Well, so I think this goes to the issue of addressing terms and conditions and what terms and conditions would apply to the gambling and how you're supposed to receive your payout. Okay, and if they're not receiving their payout, I think they have the duty or they have the right to actually go and ask as to the reasons and to get written representations as to why they're not receiving it. And if they're still not receiving their payments, then they may actually refer to the gambling board at a provincial level. And I think it can then also be escalated to a national level as well. So there are many avenues in which he can
raise this matter.
Raise these issues and get his winnings. I mean, it is his right. He's entitled to enforce his winnings and to request it as well. So very much so. Which
goes back to regulation, Babu Ramasodi. I mean, uti bamtshela ukuthi no, those were matchmaker numbers, lezi ayiwinile, but in actual retrospect, he's supposed to go and collect the entirety of Lauma winning. So somebody somewhere is being deceitful, and that is where you guys come in. Just how effective is Nina regulation? I know Uti, you alluded to the fact that if Bengeko registered, then there's not really much that you can do.
I think specifically to the issue of Ubaba Jabu, they need to be careful, especially when they're betting using their cell phones and
online,
laptops. And,
yes.
When these games are being generated, there's a small print. Those small prints, those are the terms and conditions. So you may find he played thinking he's betting on a game. Whereas those small prints were actually indicating the actual activity.
Okay.
That is the first thing. The second thing that they need to note is that in the event they have a problem with an establishment, they need to write to the establishment to say, this is the circumstance, these are the circumstances, and what is your response, so that they get it in writing. So that when they approach the provincial licensing authority, they should have something in writing, because if they get to one official, it will be your word against theirs.
Absolutely.
To say, you didn't say this, you said that, when the gambling board now engages with them. So if you have something in writing, then you are able to get to the gambling board and say, look, this is what they're saying to me, can we investigate? So that they are unable to change their story.
Are you not then able to compel all these service providers, Babu Ramasodi, to be part of this regulation, ukuthi ba license? Is there no way engakhona ukuthi whoever is dealing in terms of betting, nalezinto zokuthi kuyadlalwa kuyagembulwa, they obviously need to have a license and be regulated, so that if ever there's any dissatisfaction ngeendaba zabo, they can then go to a reputable body eyaziwa yiwo wonke umuntu njengani to come and lay the complaints?
Actually, it is there in the license
legislation.
In the license conditions to say that there's a portion that says dispute resolution.
Okay.
And it gives processes of how a dispute should be resolved.
Exactly. Caleb, what do you think about the regulation, though? Do you think there's still more that needs to be done? Because to me, it sounds like an open-ended thing. Well, if you're not part of this group, we can't regulate you, or we can't deal with the matters arising from the people. Because then nobody's going to register if they know there's terms and conditions that they need to adhere to.
I think in answering that question, we need to understand perhaps the history of gambling in South Africa.
Yeah.
And gambling and the enforceability of gambling debts or whatever it is, in the sense that gambling debts were previously not enforceable in law. And it has gone to a stage, or the reason why the legislation has come in is to regulate this and to make sure, because you've got social well-being at hand here. People would gamble all their money away. And so the act is very, very tight. I mean, legislation is very, very tight to the extent that every single, and I know the lotteries and gambling, you have limited payout machines.
Yeah.
And that is also limited. I mean, the machines themselves have to be registered. So I think the legislation is sufficient. However,
regulating the market
regulating the
is proving to be a bit
it's
harder.
very tricky because, I mean, take for example, even with liquor licenses, you know, it doesn't stop the fact that we have shebeens
I mean,
and
with
we have
simple things like umshayina, to think that it's illegal, but I mean, we're always passing abafana emakhoneni ngasemakhaya emakhasi, doing the very same thing,
exactly.
Caleb.
And the problem is that once you get into that sort of sphere, you're not protected.
Absolutely.
You understand? You're only protected if you're gambling in an establishment that is licensed and registered for that specific activity. The issue also with consumers in general is that we don't really like to read.
Ish. No more terms and conditions.
We don't like to read.
The T's and C's.
It's a very big issue in the sense that, you know, it's fine print, but it's very important.
It's absolutely
you understand?
important.
Otherwise,
especially if you're dealing with money, Caleb.
Of
I would
course,
advise
of course,
anybody
of
ophethe
course,
imali
of
ukuthi
course.
you don't
Yeah.
let that fine print like go to waste. You have to absolutely
I think
read it.
The bottom line that we need to draw first is that gambling is a form of entertainment. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
So ungayi lapha ngenhliziyo yokuthi ngifuna uku-extenda le million
It's
ngithole
just a
enye.
form of entertainment, and that's
Alright.
it.
Alright, Mebu Ramasoni. Let's go back to KwaZulu Natal ngasekhaya empangeni. Usibanisezwe ukhona lapha. Sibanisezwe sekamukela ohlelweni umbuzo noma umbono?
Bonjani sisi?
Siyaphila baba. Siyaphila baba unjani?
Ngiyaphila.
Bakrobhile.
Abazofana.
Usenenhlanhla bakwenzeni?
No, ngifuna ukubuza la. Sometimes uma uvile egarage udlala ilotho.
Yebo.
Noma mhlambe nje kuba store abantu, especially amasitolo amasulu la agcwele izitolo. Idolobha.
Yebo.
Uthola ukuthi udlala ilotho bakunika iphepha elimhlophe. Elingafani nalaba usually wathola udlala ilotho. Usually libhala ukuthi ngaphezulu bani Kasang KAZNG.
Oh, le ngathi lipink.
Yeah, limhlophe is white lady.
Okay.
Li white. Sengibamsukela ngithola ukuthi mhlawumbe ngale garage wezinye amagaraji. Manje fortunate akaze ngiwini. Right? So I'm trying to check ukuthi lama ticket avalid yini.
Okay.
Na komunye umbuzo wami.
Yebo nsizwa.
Njengoba sidlala o-Superbet o-Hollywood. Ngabe barejistiwe if besikhombisa ama license win, how do we prove ukuthi ama license abesikhombisana are correct? Nokwesibili ukuthatha ukuthi akwenzeki yini kwalotho mangabe udlala ilotho uthola ukuthi mhlawumbe inamba zakho seyifadile oyidlalile but i-barcode ise-clear ukuthi mhlawumbe betshela ukuthi inamba yakho seyifadile ayikho indlela yokudetect ukuthi ikhiki liwinile
usuyiwashile uyifaka emshinini. Okay. Usuyimesiwashiwe but usho ukuthi ayikhona indlela yokuthi bayithole ngoba uyikhohle ephaketheni yangena kwiwashini.
Mhlawumbe ku-wallet yazafade inombolo.
Oh, okay. Baba uyibekeleni isikhathi esidanga because I'm sure uma udlala ilotho you want to go check the winning numbers ngalelo lesithathu. Mbukeli, we're going to address your questions. Baba empangeni ngicela nje uhlale kanjalo kuyasho ukuthi uyayibuka iTV lapho empangeni. Ngicela unganyakazi nje baba. We're going to address all your 3 sets of questions shortly after this break. Now mbukeli mangabe ufuna impendulo kulokaqeda ukubuza ungayindawo. Ilungelo lakho. Stay with us. Ilungelo lakho lokuthi uwazi namhlanje mbukela ukuthi ukugembula okusemthethweni kanye nemigomo ehambisana nako ithini kanti futhi ke wena mangabe uyithola ukuthi uyadlala phela uyagembula noma udlala imshayina kumele wenze njani phela ukuthi uwenze sure ukuthi imali yakho uyayithola ngendlela eqavile. We're taking your calls on 0117146918 alternatively 7146919. Ungasithumela i-email ku consumer@sabc.co.za. siyatholakala futhi ku Facebook na ku Twitter. Speaking of which, I guess check uthi nithini lapha kuma social media network ethu. Untuthuko enkunduzi uthi kanti bakithi umuntu usuke esegembulelani engayibukanga imigomo nemibandela yakhona. Mina ingakho ngingayizwisisi kahle lento yokugembula emsakazi ngoba ingagcina isikufaka kwezinkulu izinkinga usugqiqana nama courts lapho uthola ukuthi awusenamali nangu nommeli naye udinga inkokhelo phela. Yazi intuthuko mangabe uzothusa wonke umuntu okwi-community yakho kanjalo. I'm sure we can have some effective results. Siyabonga kakhulu with those statements. Utebogo Mokoteli says we must go to court and fight because everyone has the right to fight for what he or she owns. Let's take a look at the last one. Umpenza Tshwane uthi they must not refuse because I have my right to take them to the court if they don't want to pay me. So bottom line, Caleb, abantu bazi ukuthi kunenkantolo where they can actually get ama disputes wabo eqondisiwe. But let's go back to ikhola yethu before siya ekhefini. Usibanisezwe empangeni uthi ntokazi mungene garage udlale ilotho bakunikele lipheshana elimhlophe. Is that one valid?
Yeah, lelo li valid. Ushilo ukuthi Kazang, one of the suppliers bayenza ilottery basebenzisana kanye neIthuba icompany run ilottery. So uzothola ukuthi le machine yabo ikhona kuma garage na kuma spaza shops ke. Bona kumele ba make sure ukuthi isho ukuthi it's national lottery, ine date, ine barcode nokuthi yabonisa ukuthi udlalile ibonisa imali le yadlale ngayo nalama numbers la wachuzile for idraw yona yelotho.
Okay. Ubani ofuna ukuphendula lona uthi how do you then prove validity ye license baba? Babu Ramoson, I think leyo ibhalwe wena.
It's very clear the conditions when the license is issued, they're supposed to display it. That's the first condition. Second condition is if it's renewable on an annual basis, it will have a date to say this license is renewed from this date to that date. So those are the two things they need to look at.
All right.
It will say licensed by which licensing authority, for instance. If it's in Gauteng, it will say licensed by the Gauteng Gambling Board, and it will also show the date.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, let's move over now. We understand the terms and conditions and everything has to be, of course, people have to be cognizant of that. But what should they be, you know, what kind of mindset should a person have that one wants to gamble and go into this industry? What are some of the expectations and how do you even manage these? Because we're talking about instant gratification. We're talking about people that want instant money. We're talking about, like Ubabo Ramasodi was saying, people want to make sure Guti, from that 1 million, let me increase and get more money. Yeah,
I think like my learned colleague was saying, it's gambling is a form of entertainment, okay, and I think that mindset should apply when people are going into gamble. So the issue is that the issue is that when you're going in, you understand that there's a social responsibility that you have as an individual. You understand, to provide for your kids, to provide for your family, and not to gamble the money that you have away.
Responsible gambling, which is what we're talking about.
Exactly, and so that mindset, if in any sphere, before we even get into a gambling, you should understand that you have a responsibility as an individual to society, and then, well, actually first to your family and to yourself as an individual, and to society, to ensure that you are doing what is responsible.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I think my colleagues would agree that that is the mindset that is required. It's responsible gambling if you are going to gamble.
I think if I may come in here, if people have got problems in terms of gambling, they can always either approach the establishment itself to exclude themselves from gambling.
Let's
say for instance you gamble at a casino.
We're talking about addicts now, abantu that are addicted to this thing.
Well, you don't have to be addicted, by the way. You could be having a problem to say the smallest penny that you get, you think of gambling. Not necessarily addicted.
You know what, Babu Ramasod, we're going to continue with Lezi Qaiso because now we're getting to the gist of our conversation. How do we then protect you, njenge consumer? Uyazi ukuthi sihlale sinibhekela amalungelo enu. Siyabuya emva kwaleli khefu. Aves nomona isikhathi mbukeli ngiqeda ukutshela ukuthi nje I have less than 4 minutes uthi ngiqede indaba yami ukuthi ngingabe ngisakhuluma ngithatha ubaba uNcube all the way la eRandburg. Baba uNcube siyakwamukela baba ohlelweni, sicela usheshise nje ngombuzo wakho sokhona ukuthi sikuphendule baba before sivala uhlelo.
Yebo mama njani?
Siyaphila baba unjani?
Ngiyaphila sisi.
Bakwenzeni?
Okay, hayi mina bangenza ngalo udokotela bengicela ukubuza ukuthi mina angisonhlali walana eSouth Africa ne.
Yebo baba.
Kodwa ke ngiyidlala ilotho, ngiyidlala iPowerball.
Yebo.
So bese kusenzeka ukuthi ke mhlawumbe ngiyiwine i-Powerball noma mhlawumbe ngiyiwine ilotto kuhamba njani ukuthi kungenzeka kanjani ukuthi imali yami ngiyithole.
Okay, all right, Baba siyabonga kakhulu. I think that's a very important question.
Yebo baba. I-permitted ukuba lana ngine passport ene permit uba umhlali walana.
Okay baba, Ntokazi.
Umele ukuthi uma usemzansi uma udlala i-National Lottery uma ungasi umuntu wala emzansi ube ne-permit yokuthi ube khona la eSouth Africa khona uzodlala. So uma udlala uthola ukuthi uwinile ke kuya ngokuthi uwina imali engakanani. If imali yakho iyadlula boma 2000 50,000 rand then uyakhona kuma office amakantoro wethuba i-National Lottery Operator khona ke bazofuna i-ID yakho noma i-passport number yakho i-passport yakho kubonisa ukuthi uwe umuntu wazomkhokhela and then umele umeke sure ukuthi nokuthi uvula ne-account i-bank account khona la emzansi ukuthi imali yakhona bazoyikhokhela khona.
Okay, so everything, as long as everything is above board unayo yonke into imali yakhe izokhokha. Let's get your closing arguments, Mr. Lawyer. Let's get your closing arguments on this topic. I mean, we're still talking about responsible gambling. Your final piece of advice, Caleb, so that people don't find themselves in situations where they have to spend money which they don't have to go and get money which they never had in the first place.
So I think in closing, what I'd like to say is be responsible. Read. You understand? I think the issue with consumers these days is that we don't read. No. You know, and it's something that you don't have to be a gambler not to read. I think it applies to everyone. We find ourselves in situations and in contracts generally. We're
always talking about that on this show. People don't read, Caleb.
It's incredibly important that we read.
Maybe they'll listen when you tell
them. Hopefully. But we seriously need to read and be responsible. You understand? Like I said, we've got a responsibility to ourselves, to our families, and to society. You understand? To not gamble what we have. I mean, we've got to support. We've got families to support. We've got, things to do with our money. It's very important that we are responsible.
Baba Ramasodi, I mean, when ophethe lama body abantu abagembulayo ungabacacisela kanjani ukuthi as much as you called it a form of entertainment, as much as we form of entertainment, this can actually frustrate you to a point where we've seen people commit suicide and our numbers are up and they also get addicted to this thing. Your final words ukuthi badlala kanjani responsibly, because it does have adverse effects on society.
I would advise that they should regard gambling as a form of entertainment. So basically, they should do all the issues they need to deal with that requires money, and then the little bit that they are left with, then it's for form of entertainment.
Exactly. Okay.
And furthermore, if they have a problem with regard to gambling, they can approach the nearest gambling board so that they can exclude themselves from that establishment, so that they don't gamble anymore.
Mankuna wena usichazela ukuthi yonke ama details siyanazi nani lotho njoba ngisho ngiyaphuma manje ngiyozama ukuthatha ama million. Mbukeli, let me thank my studio guests ubaba Ramasodi, uMankuna noBhodi Caleb bebesihlalele la e-studio besivakashele besichazisela ukuthi what are some of ama responsibilities wakho njengomgembuli ukuthi wena how do you then make sure ukuthi awufakwa ngaphansi kwebhasi. Ngo-Alisha uNonhlanhla kaJali, thank you so much for joining us. Mbukeli, ukhumbule ukuthi we'd love to hear from you ukuthi yini ofuna sikhulume ngayo la ohlelweni. So send us those topics to consume@sabc.co.za. Mina ke ngoze nginibone emva kwaSiphiwe ozobelani next week. Ilungelo lakho niyavalekiswa.